Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the Hot Moving Podcast. And the last few days, just to talk some who the Suns going to hire, Nick Nurse was plucked off and is now the head coach of the 76ers. And, you know, I was watching, I got caught up watching First Take, and they had a segment about, you know, Doc Rivers and the Suns coaching job. Man, like, Stephen A. once again annoys me, man. You know, he thinks he knows what's going on in the Suns organization. I don't think Stephen A. Smith is as plugged in as he once used to be. Even when he talks basketball, as much as he's covered basketball, he really doesn't understand the schemes and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know the schemes that much, but I mean, for a guy who says he knows basketball and has played in college and has been talking about basketball for almost 30 years and whatnot, like, you should know a little bit more than just talking points that everybody else is talking about, right? But whatever. So when it comes to Doc Rivers, right? You know, I mean, it almost sounded like he was pro Doc Rivers, and I like JJ Redick a lot, and I'm glad he spoke up and was just kind of like, hey, look, we got Kevin Young. I'm sorry, real quick. The reason why I bring that up is because, you know, he's saying that Stephen A. was just saying that, you know, why would we bring in Kevin Young to be the coach if that is, or promote him up to be the coach because that was Monty Williams' guy, right? So like that whole segment like irritated me. It's like, what do you think, you know, is going on with Matt Ishbia and the assistant coach Kevin Young? You know what I'm saying? Like, by all indications, the players like Kevin Young, JJ Redick, he spoke up and alluded to it. He thinks that Kevin Young should get the job, and I agree. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of these revolving doors of these has-been coaches. You know what I'm saying? Like, no knock on them. I'm sure they've done great, but yo, let's start adding some fresh faces into the mix and give these guys a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know everybody wants to get the big name and bring him into their staff and all that stuff, but I mean, if we hire Doc Rivers, that would just be an absolute travesty. He's a travesty of a coach already. Okay, our organization, you know, we come up short. We're a travesty in our own right. You know what I'm saying? So we don't need two travesties being married together. Like, Doc Rivers, he's done whatever in his career. Good for him. You know what I'm saying? He won that lone championship in 2008. Whoop-de-doo. Okay, like, but do not bring Doc Rivers in, man. I honestly don't think players is really going to listen to him. I think they're going to tune his ass out. You know what I'm saying? Like, go with Kevin Young. He's been there under Monty Williams. You know what I'm saying? And like, assistant coaches aren't just going to be an exact extension of the coach that got fired. You know, they may have ideas that they want to implement and try, but they're not the head coach. So they're not really going to, you know, put their opinions out there that much. You know what I'm saying? Or the main coach isn't going to implement their game plan that much, right? So now, you know, that Kevin Young has been there. He's seen he was there when we got to the finals, obviously, and this new era with Kevin Durant being added to the mix. Okay, let's see what he can do with his roster and his bench, and see what other pieces we can bring in or subtract. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, I really do. As a Suns fan, I pray to God we just don't we don't need to go outside. Okay, like, I get it, you know, generally when new ownership comes in, they want to bring in their guys, but sometimes that's not necessary. Sometimes just look at the talent you have in-house via on the court and literally on the staff. You know what I'm saying? Like, who do you can assess? Who are the players looking forward or look up to, or who they like, you know, the most on this staff, and see if they have the chops to be the coach. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta, and he's not going to be expensive, you know. And what I'm going to hate about this, if we don't hire Kevin Young as a coach, is that his name has already been tossed out there, right? So his name is starting to get a lot of buzz, and when that happens, that means that other teams are going to be interested and might want to scoop him up. You know what I'm saying? And then he may leave and go on to be successful, and it's like, see, we had him, you know. So I hope the Phoenix Suns organization end all the Doc Rivers talks. Look, if we hire Doc Rivers as a coach, that is going to be the end of our season. I mean, everywhere he goes since Boston has just been an absolute disaster. It's always ended in an epic flame out. Okay, so we don't need Doc Rivers or want Doc Rivers. Let's just go ahead and hire Kevin Young. Find a way to get rid of Ayton. Trade him. Let's get some assets in here, or recoup some picks, whatever it is, and start fresh. New blood, new face. Let me know what y'all think if you're Suns fans about Kevin Young. And yeah, so please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching this video. I'm out.